Good morning from Fortaleza, Brazil. I am making this video to explain how I am in search of legal counsel for a spirit tipping case on a spirit tipping issue. It's very hard to watch someone who's done a lifetime of injustice to you and then to your child and just find a new person that doesn't seem to ask why this person has no people from their past in their life except for a few select, right? So my mother has committed so many injustices against me as far as child abuse, incarceration, to get free money, drugging, insane child abuse of myself and of my daughter, who just turned 18 3 years ago, who doesn't realize the abuse she's undergone, who suffers an Elizabeth Smart type syndrome, and is still in that situation now. For that reason, also, it makes it extremely hard to deal with this abusive mother who's abused me my entire life and my child her entire life with recognized severe abuses, not one, not two, but 5 of them. She is a licensed social worker before committing any of those abuses from the University of Iowa. She put me in the home of one of her rape abuse counsel victims' families as a young person when places recognized what she was doing. Incarceration places recognized what she was doing. What many mothers did in Albuquerque, New Mexico back then. All these places are knocked down now. She now lives in Utah, and she has found another rich man, to give her a great life. And she continues to participate in the abuse of my child, and she will never take responsibility for what she's doing. And just to give you this story has millions of dollars in loss in it. This story has false borrowings from the country. I'm an honorably served military veteran who was an instructor who trained up, qualified to step onto both boats, 10,000 people, the USS Carl Vinson and the new class of carrier at that time, 2007, the United States George Bush. For the last 15 years, I have not lived in the United States. I'm in protest of the United States. I'm an honorably served vet. These people were able to put so much false allegations and things against me. They even had me locked out of the country. They and the child support and the family social services, family court enabled these people to absolutely ruin my life, cause 5 mortgaged buildings to be lost that had been previously years rented for over 200% profits. I was knocking it out of the park, and you can look up the millions of dollars in loss, 5 vehicles, 7 LLCs, 5 buildings, construction companies, leasing companies, the #1 Google search result for off-campus Temple University housing, and the huge amounts of yearly commissions that was taking. All those tax returns and all that information is still there, as well as the fact that I never missed or was late on any child support payment ever. Also, that I had to continuously file for my rights of visitation about 10 times. There was 3 different kidnappings, one of them while I was deployed at war. And this child abusing mother told me that when there was nothing I could do about it, just to yank my chain even more. Listen, sorry that I even mentioned that small. This is Amber Heard case on steroids, millions of dollars lost, several different lives destroyed. lives lost, guns stolen that were locked in a vault, vaults broken into, huge, I call it the whirlwind black hole of tragedy behind this wrecked X to get the checks, witchcraft that happened to my daughter, that my mother, who lives in Utah, who has quite amassed quite the estate between the new enabling husband that she seems to have had right in the hopper as she butchered. And this lady is guilty of thousands of insurance frauds all throughout the state of New Mexico and Utah. She's guilty of so many crimes. I can give you a freaking list. And like I said, a child abuse for over 40 years, for child abuse for 40 something years consecutively. And so I'm looking for legal counsel. Oh, by the way, this case, this drama is already captured on Dateline Specials. There's another narcissist who committed mass murders in this whole saga. All right, and this is really could be a very extremely high profile story very, very quickly and easily, and it's starting to become that. I had to go live in the jungle for 8 years of Latin and South and Central America, where I learned an incredible concept in biology very well, to heal myself from child loss, from losing my child in such a drastic, horrible way, kidnapping and brainwashing to the point where it's, again, all these things can be very well evaluated, very well. The damage toll is huge. It should be very well worth it for an attorney to get involved with this, for exposure, for when this case wrecks millions of children, over 22 million children's lives, and that's a very inaccurate, low, but professionally published statistic. And I'm 15 years, about 13 years into the kidnapping situation and the healing and everything, and I'm finally just getting to the point where I can make this video and start to seek justice for this insane, ongoing tragedy. And I, as Johnny Depp says, I do not fear the truth at all. I have lots of truth to tell. This is very easily investigatable and provable should a proper investigation be conducted. So I'm going to start sharing this video in some Facebook groups of Parental Alienation. Please jump behind me. I've been an advocate making anti-alienation messages for a long time. I'll put some links below this video to some of my previous work. These people are committing extreme spiritual, psychological, daily rape of the child, not for pleasure, for pain. They want to use this child as a weapon to bring down a superstar. A parasitic personality wants to use this child to bring down a superstar. It is a conflict-driven situation where the industry terms for these lawyers are weep 'em and reap 'em. Get them on their knees, get them missing their kid, extend the conflict, and we'll be buying BMWs off both. We're both buying. Me and my friend, we witnessed this. There's all kinds of witnesses that can be interviewed. Unfortunately, that seems necessary too. And but yeah, so some people work to do evil schemes, some people work to do heroic ones. If you can get behind this, if you can share this with a lawyer, this will be well worth it. Get lots of exposure to parental alienation overall. Thank you very much for your time.